True winter conditions here on the Tête du Ferret. What a view. Lovely day in the mountains.
The Tour du Mont Blanc is one of the most beautiful multi-day hikes in the world. It passes through France, Italy and Switzerland and makes a tour around the highest mountain of Western Europe, the Mont Blanc. With a distance of more than 170 kilometers and 10,000 meters of elevation gain to conquer, you have to be prepared. The Tour du Mont Blanc is typically hiked in 10 days, but I did a shorter version, hiking from Courmayeur in Italy to Chamonix in France in 5 days. In this video, you'll see a glimpse of what to expect when hiking the Tour du Mont Blanc.
Hi guys, I'm here at Courmayeur, the Italian side of the Mont Blanc, and today I'm gonna start a 5-day hike, a little part of the Tour du Mont Blanc, and we're going from Courmayeur to the Rifugio Elena. Steep climb and 19 kilometers ahead of us, but the weather looks good. What a beautiful trek, the Tour du Mont Blanc. This is our first day and we are at 2000 meters of altitude. Behind me you can see the Aiguille Noire du Peuteret, and we are heading that way where the Dent du Géant and the Grand de Joras is. Tonight we are going to sleep at the Rifugio Elena. We have just passed the Rifugio Bertone. We are now having lunch here in a beautiful scenery. The weather is excellent, as you can see. Hi, it's 2:30 in the afternoon and we just arrived at the Rifugio Bonatti. The scenery is gorgeous. It's already less crowded than the beginning of this day. And it's 2 hours and 30 minutes till our next Rifugio where we're gonna spend the night. We arrived at the Rifugio Elena. We will spend the night here. You can see the hut behind me. And tomorrow we are gonna go to La Fouly. It's only a 5-hour walk tomorrow, but today was a heavy day of 20 kilometers. It was a magnificent day with views towards the Grand de Joras. You can see here. It was cloudy on the Mont Blanc range the whole day, but we were walking in the sun, so yeah, magnificent day. Good morning! It's 7 o'clock at the Refuge Elena and just woke up, and there is some fresh snow, as you can see. It will be a very cold morning here because we have to climb 500 meters to the Col du Ferret behind me. It's very windy, but today is a light day. 2 hours of climbing to the Col du Ferret and then 3 hours descent to La Fouly. So we'll take it slowly, we'll have breakfast and then we are heading off to the Col du Ferret. Just enjoying the sunrise here. I'm on my own because it's very windy here, but it's very beautiful. And with the fresh snow, it's always something special. It's almost 9 o'clock in the morning. We're hiking towards Col du Ferret. Beautiful blue sky, but it's very windy. If I turn around, you can see where we're heading. The summit of Col du Ferret is completely white out right now, so it will be very cold at the summit. But it's a nice day out in the mountains today. I'm enjoying myself very much. It's the 7th of August. Snow. Always lots of fun here. 10 o'clock at the Col du Ferret. Lovely day in the mountains. Woohoo! Because I have some time left, I decided to climb the Tête du Ferret from Col du Ferret. It's only 200 meters extra of altitude, but this is a true winter climb in summer. It's excellent mountain conditions. On my way to the summit of the Tête du Ferret, almost 2,700 meters of altitude. Lots of wind, but very nice track. I'm all alone here in the mountains. It's nice to be away from the Tour Du Mont Blanc for a little second, because Tour Du Mont Blanc is very crowded. And here, when you climb some summits, yeah, you're completely alone on the mountain and feeling great. The track is snowy, but not slippery. But you can see on the grass there's lots of snow, lots of ice, and it's only the beginning of August. So yeah, it's the weather changes here very often. You have to be prepared for it. You have to have warm clothes with you, a rain jacket, thermal underwear, but yeah, when you're dressed warm, it's absolutely great to be here. 20 past 10 in the morning, I'm at the summit of Tête du Ferret, 2,700 meters. I can't see anything up here, but yeah, I'm enjoying every second. It's windy, so I won't stay long here, and I will descend back to my friends who are already on the way down to Fouly. Very nice. On my way down to Fouly, the descent is very beautiful. Behind me, the Grand de Joras and Iguy du Rochefort, and in front of me I can see glimpses of the Grand Combin. I will show you. The scenery is beautiful up here. Back to my favorite part, running in the mountains. What an excellent descent here to Fouly. 10 kilometers downhill, excellent track. Looking good for the UTMB next year. This track is absolutely fabulous. day 3 of our hike of the Tour Du Mont Blanc. This morning we woke up at Fouly and took the bus to Chamonix in Switzerland, and we are hiking the high variant of the Tour du Mont Blanc today to Trient via Fenêtre d'Arpet, the highest point of our route, 2,600 meters. It's a very nice day, a little bit cloudy today, but it will clear up later on, and then hopefully blue skies at the Fenêtre d'Arpet. Beautiful valley here, hiking towards the Fenêtre d'Arpet. The sun is already high on the sky and the clouds are disappearing, so it's gonna be a very nice day. Bit of a bummer though, because I just made some drone footage and while landing I lost one of my propellers, so I won't be able to film more with my drone. But luckily I have my GoPro camera, my normal Nikon camera with me to make some photos and some videos up the col. It will be a very nice day.
So what do you actually eat on a trip like this?
I will show you. First, today I'm gonna eat a cereal bar, peperkoek. The drugs of today is an ultra gel with caffeine. I also have carré confituurke, and finally some Belgian delicacy, a Boma worst. It's like a beefy worst, but famous. Yeah, that's it for today. Final 200 meters towards the col, Fenêtre d'Arpet. The weather is not as good as we thought it would be, but still a very nice climb and a very nice view. On the summit of Fenêtre d'Arpet. It's crowdy here, so I won't talk long. The weather is clearing up. Beautiful view towards Trient. Going downhill from the Fenêtre d'Arpet with a beautiful view towards the glacier. It's the Glacier du Trient. The track is a bit technical but doable. It's a very cold wind, so why did I wear my shorts? It's a bit cold, but a bit lower it will be warmer, I guess. Just arrived at Trient, almost 5:30 in the evening. Lovely day. Good morning. Day 4 of our Tour du Mont Blanc trip. Today we are hiking from Trient via Col de Balme to Montroc, where we will spend the night at the studio of a friend. Montroc is near Argentière, already in the Chamonix valley, so tomorrow is our last day, but today we will climb to Col de Balme It's 1100 meters of altitude to conquer, but the weather is a bit warmer than yesterday. The sky is partly cloudy, but looking good. I slept 0 minutes this night because in the hut it was very hot in the dormitory. There were 120 people in our little hotel here in Trient, and I ate too much fondue last night, I think. But yeah, I'm happy because I'm in the mountains. Meters to the top of Col de Balme. Track is very beautiful. I must admit there are many people here on the Tour Du Mont Blanc, much more than I expected. I think it's a bit of a hype, but I must admit the scenery is gorgeous. On the internet you can read this is the most beautiful hike in the world, and it could be right, but lots of people here on the Tour Du Mont Blanc from all over the world. It's a beautiful scenery, but you are not alone here. It's a pity because I like being in the nature alone, and here people are carrying radios, talking very loud. It makes the fun a little bit less. But yeah, I understand why people are doing this. Scenery is very beautiful. Here you can see Croix de Fer, summit above, and then there Col de Balme at the horizon. The weather is looking good. The track is looking good. 11 o'clock in the morning, we are at Col de Balme. Magnificent view towards the whole Chamonix valley with the Mont Blanc, the Grande Jorasses and the Aiguille Rouge. Fantastic view. Look at this. It would be great to fly my drone here, but it's too windy. And yeah, my drone crashed. So next section of our trek today, we're going from Col des Posets towards Aiguille du Posset. We just continue the Tour du Mont Blanc, and later on our highest point of today, 2200 meters, we're gonna descend towards Montroc, a little village behind Argentière in the valley of Chamonix. And that will be it for today. It's a very nice day. No wind here, but a very nice ridge to walk on. This is our last day of the Tour du Mont Blanc. We are hiking from Montroc via Lac Blanc to Chamonix. Some little detours because the weather is very nice today. Completely blue sky with some little clouds. Normally this afternoon and there will be more clouds, so we are now climbing to Aiguillette d'Argentière, a little rock climbing massif with beautiful views. And this is absolutely the highlight of the whole Tour du Mont Blanc, because you can see the whole Mont Blanc range. You can see here where we came from yesterday, Col du Balme, Aiguille Verte, Les Drus, the Dents du Géant, Aiguille de Rochefort, Les Aiguilles de Chamonix, the Aiguille du Midi, and with a little cloud from the summit, Mont Blanc, completely uncovered now. It's totally sunny weather. It's a pleasure to walk here. The only downside is there are so many people on the track. It's very difficult to film myself here because I don't want to talk too much in public. It looks like climbing the Everest, I think. So many people. I also won't be flying my drone today because I crashed it. And because it's forbidden here to fly in the Aiguille Rouge with drones, because it's a natural reserve park, national park, and in France you can't fly. But yeah, with my normal camera I will surely be able to take some stunning shots. Let's now hike a little bit further. A little bit crowded here at the Refuge Lac Blanc, but we made it almost the highest point of today. Very nice views, blue sky, and a party up here at Refuge. Probably the last descent of our trip. We took the high route from Lac Blanc to L'Index. It's where a cable car stops, because the normal track of the Tour Du Mont Blanc was too crowded. We wanted to continue at L'Index towards another col to get to Plantpras, but because we spent too much time in the sun today, the weather was brilliant, we thought we didn't have enough time to reach Plantpras via the high col, so we decided to descend towards La Flégère, another cable car. Tomorrow we are going back home. It was a great day today, excellent last day because the views on the whole Mont Blanc Massif were great. Look at that, still can see the whole Mont Blanc range. It's getting a bit cloudy now as predicted, but yeah, it was a great day out in the mountains. So many people on the track, but what a view, what a view. Yes, I'm back in Chamonix after 5 days of hiking the Tour du Mont Blanc from Courmayeur to Chamonix. It was a very nice 5-day trip in the mountains, and it's definitely one of the most beautiful hikes in the world, but lots of people on the track, so if you don't like hiking with too many people around you, this is not a good hike for you. But if you like a variation of mountains and stunning views on the highest mountain of Western Europe, it's definitely one of the nicest hikes around. If you like this video, please subscribe with one of the buttons down below. And if you have questions on hiking the Tour du Mont Blanc yourself, ask away in the comments. Thanks for watching this video. And also big thanks to my friends Peter and Kathleen for inviting me on this wonderful hike. Thanks for watching, bye!